Hey everyone, DB here, and we need to talk. I know a lot of you are feeling some type of way right now because, yep, Trump has won the election. I know I'm feeling very sad, angry, and numb, and that's okay. We'll take it day by day and be there for each other in the grief and sadness. There's a ton to unpack here, especially when it comes to what will happen to our reproductive rights, contraception access, and frankly, the autonomy over our own bodies. So let's dig in. Let's start with the people's voice on abortion. Here's the thing, abortion is actually a really popular issue in this country. In fact, 2/3 of Americans oppose a nationwide abortion ban. And we saw this play out in the election. States that leaned conservative, even those that swung for Trump, voted for measures to protect abortion rights. The people have spoken loud and clear on this issue, and they want choice, they want options, they want control over their own reproductive lives. Take Florida, for example. While it didn't pass a measure to protect abortion outright, it did get 58% of the vote, just shy of the 60% it needed. And this is despite Governor Ron DeSantis's, throwing government weight and public money behind efforts to defeat the measure. He even put pressure on TV stations to pull pro-amendment ads. This is a state where the governor went all out to stop abortion protections, and still a majority of people voted in favor of those rights. Then we have Missouri, which made history. Voters in Missouri overturned a near total abortion ban, making it the first state to push back on such a strict policy. This isn't just a vote, it's a signal that people, no matter their state's political leanings, want reproductive autonomy. They want their voices to matter in decisions about their own bodies. Now, what does Trump winning mean for all of this? Let's remember that while he's recently tried to distance himself from the issue, probably because he knows how unpopular a national abortion ban would be, Trump was the president who made the reversal of Roe v. Wade possible. It was his judicial appointments that led to that decision. With another term, Trump will have the chance to shape the courts even more, especially the Supreme Court, which is already slated to hear multiple cases on reproductive health. He may act like he's stepping back, but his track record speaks volumes. And it's not just about direct abortion bans. The Republican Party platform has been edging towards a concept called, quote, fetal personhood, which could redefine abortion as a crime, not just in states that vote for it, but everywhere. And Project 2025, a major conservative initiative, explicitly calls for a national abortion ban. With Trump back in office, we could see a scenario where Congress, driven by a conservative majority, tries to enact something like this on a national scale. And then there's the Comstock Act. This is an old anti-obscenity law from 1873, which, believe it or not, conservative lawmakers are now trying to interpret in ways that could block abortion across the board. They're arguing it should ban abortion pills from being sent through the mail, which is huge because medication abortion currently makes up about 2/3 of all abortions in the US. Trump wouldn't even need Congress to make these changes. He could literally just direct the FDA to restrict or entirely pull approval of mifepristone, one of the primary drugs used in medication abortion. But beyond that, we need to talk about contraception. This issue doesn't just impact abortion access, it affects access to birth control too. Last time Trump was president, he implemented the domestic gag rule, which banned family planning programs that receive Title X funds from even talking about abortion as an option. Millions lost access to contraception as a result. And now, Project 2025 wants to make this rule permanent. Imagine a future where the people who need contraception most, young people, low-income folks, people in conservative areas, can't even get information about their options. And that's not all. Trump allies, like the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, have pushed to redefine certain forms of contraception, such as IUDs and emergency contraception, as abortion. That's a fundamental shift that would impact millions of people who rely on these methods. So, what can we do about it? This is why we're having this episode today. I'm someone who wants to mourn and who wants to go through my feelings and be sad and be frustrated. And at the same time, I'm someone who likes to take action. And so if you're someone who also likes that, here are some things that we can do about it. Here is the honest truth. Abortion access has always been challenging in this country, even when Roe was still in effect. We need to keep showing up for each other and building power at the local level. One of the most effective ways to do that right now is by supporting abortion funds. After the Dobbs decision, abortion funds have become essential, helping cover the rising costs for those who need to travel out of state, navigate complicated laws, or access medication by mail. But with post-Dobbs outrage donations slowing down, these funds are struggling to keep up. So setting up a small monthly donation, even $5 a month, goes a long way in providing a reliable budget for abortion funds to operate and expand access. We'll put a link in the show notes for you to find a local abortion fund today and make a monthly donation. If you live in a state like me, like California or New York, or a state that enshrined abortion rights in your state constitution, then choose an abortion fund in a southern state or a Midwestern state or Florida or somewhere where you know that they don't have as much access to abortion as you do. I know I'm going to be choosing a state that is different from mine in order to get other folks the care that they need. Another thing that's crucial to remember is this: don't comply in advance. What does this mean? Well, one of the goals of these abortion bans is to scare people into not helping each other. They want us to back down, to feel isolated and afraid. But here's the reality. While the legal landscape is intense, very few people have actually faced criminal consequences for accessing abortion care, even in states where it's banned. Telehealth options like mail-in abortion pills have continued to help people access care despite the restrictions. We'll also put a link in the show notes to Plan C, where you can get abortion pills in advance. Everyone has a different level of legal comfort, but let's not let fear stop us from supporting one another. Whether that's through donations, offering information, or just being a vocal supporter of reproductive justice, we have to keep going. Let's keep talking, keep learning, and keep showing up for each other. This is a tough moment, and there's no denying that, but we've fought these battles before, and we'll keep fighting. We are stronger together, and we are not going anywhere. Thank you for being here, and remember, this fight isn't over. It's just beginning.